The Minister for Roads and Highways, Francis Asenso-Boakye, says work on the Yendi-Tamale road in the northern region will be completed this September. He said lot 1 of the project, which spans from Tatale to Yendi, is about 72% complete, while lot 2, which is from Yendi to Tatale, is 76% complete. He said this when he inspected some roads in Yendi as part of his working visit to the region.
The over 170-kilometer World Bank project, when completed, is expected to reduce travel time, boost economic activities, as well as reduce road accidents in the area. Speaking to the media after the inspection, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Francis Asenso-Boakye, said there is a 5-year guarantee after completion of work.
This forms part of a World Bank funded project, constructing over 170 kilometers of road from Tatale to Tamale, 68 kilometers of road from Tatale to Yendi, and continue from Yendi to Tamale, where we have 3 major bridges. One is 45-meter span, which we are currently standing by, and 2 that have already been completed, which is 25-meter span each. This is a major project that is going to change the dynamics in this part of Dagbon. This particular one, they are lot 2. From Tatale to Yendi is the lot 1. We have achieved 72%. And here from Yendi to Tamale, we have achieved 76%. From the brief I got from the consultants and from the contractors, as far as the roads works are concerned, by September this year, it will be completed. But the bridge will be completed in November.
The minister also inspected some roads in Saviligu, the Tamale Township, Gushegu, and Karaga. The finance minister, who doubles as the member of parliament for Karaga, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, said his constituency received over 100 kilometers of road projects.
Karaga is getting its fair share of the road development. The president, Nana Addo Dankwa, promised the people of Ghana over 100 kilometers of roads being done in various areas of the constituency. In the Karaga town roads in particular, about 20 kilometers of asphalt is being done here. And so we are very happy. We've not seen that before.
The municipal chief executive for Saviligu, Ajia Aisha Suseidu, said the bypass, which is being constructed in Saviligu, when completed, will help ease congestion around the market area.
It's an intervention that is going to help us a lot. Looking around, when you are in Saviligu on a market day and you see the congestion, we actually know that this road has come to save us. You can be in traffic right away from Saviligu Senior High before you get to Kanshiri, up there where the road has taken shape. It is difficult to get through.
Minister of Health Bernard Okoboy has described as worrying the limited number of specialist hospitals for children, leaving them to compete for space at general hospitals. He is concerned that despite its over 6 million population, Accra can only boast of 1 children's hospital. Inspecting works at the ongoing 120-bed capacity children's hospital at Weja, the sector minister underscored the need for more children's specialist hospital. He assured of championing construction of such facilities across the country.
The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 3 seeks to reduce by 1/3 premature mortality from diseases through prevention and treatment, and promote mental health and well-being among all, especially children. This, according to health experts, is largely attainable with the help of specialist attention and care for children in particular. Ghana, however, seems to be lagging behind in the provision of the specialist health care for children. The poor provision of these specialist facilities to cater for children, according to the health minister, Dr. Bernard Okoboy, is worrying.
Since 1992, the whole of Accra, population of now 6 million, we have just 1 children's hospital. Even that structure is very dilapidated. And I'm happy that the Akufo-Addo government has worked on this particular facility. If you go to big hospitals like Ridge Hospital, Kolibu, the children fight with the adults, fight use advisedly. They compete for theater space. So if the theater can do 20 surgeries, kids will be given about 3 or 4 spaces. This leads to a long waiting time for children before surgeries. Now that you have a facility meant only for kids, you wouldn't have an adult bringing his hernia here or a pregnant woman bringing the cesarean section here. It means that more corrective surgeries can be done for the children.
The 120-bed Wejagbawe Specialist Children Hospital is among efforts to address the national challenge. Work on the World Bank-funded project is expected to be commissioned by September 2024. Dr. Bernard Okoboy said the hospital, upon completion, will ease the burden on general hospitals. He, however, stressed the need for the construction of more of such facilities in the country.
One advantage with having a specialist hospital is that because it's been designed for a particular purpose, this case for kids, it's able to attract specialists in that area. This facility has beds for, kids. They have VIP beds, they have common rooms. In fact, it also has a hostel for mothers. One thing I'm also excited about is that it has about 3 theaters, 2 big theaters, 1 micro theater connected to the emergency. Now, what does it mean? Immediately, a children's hospital has a theater. It will attract pediatric surgeons. That surgeons who handle particular cases for kids. And finally, I want to say that the timeline for finishing this project is September of this year. And looking at the speed with which the contractor is working, I believe strongly that this Akufo-Addo government would operationalize and have this facility benefit the people of Greater Accra before handing over power.
Prince Kudoges reports for Joy News.
Now, with less than 24 hours to the CS Eid Adha, Islam's most important holiday, which marks the end of the Hajj pilgrimage season, prices of livestock, particularly sheep and goat, at the Techiman livestock market have shot up drastically, making it difficult for people to afford them ahead of time. My colleague Anas Sabit has been engaging some sellers who are attributing the price hike to the exchange rate of CFA and are appealing for support. There's more in the following report.
Well, it is that time of the year again where Muslims, across the world will be observing the Eid al-Adha festivities, where they are obliged, they are instructed to slaughter, animals such as sheep, goat, and then cattle. We are here at the Techiman, sheep and goat market, where we are here to gauge the prices of such animals, and then whether buyers are here in their numbers to buy, or what has been the market situation this year. Let's get interactive with the sellers here, as well as some of the buyers we've come across today.
I feel anybody, and I'm safer. Now, consumption. I'm not into the
animals are expensive this year due to the rise in CFA. As a result, we've not been able to travel out to bring in the animals, and hence the high cost of the animals. And due to this, people are unable to buy.
This year, in fact, the market is not moving because of the raising of the CFA. The money has gone up. So when they bring the animals, the way they are to sell the animals is very high. So people want to buy, but because of the CFA, the way it has been raised, they can't buy it. So the market is not moving.
The buyers are not coming as expected. The animals range between 3,000 to 4,000 Ghana cedis, and even with 2,500 Ghana cedis, you get some to buy, but the buyers are just not coming.
Whilst most of them are attributing the hike in the prices of these animals to the exchange rate, particularly the CFA, a couple of them are appealing to government to intervene swiftly by introducing measures capable of checking the hike in the prices of the CFA compared to the Ghana cedis.
Well, if they can help those buying, selling, for them to get the CFA at the lower price small, it will help.
Because CFA no aye perform one no bad. Say CFA na koso. Even the
We need the government's intervention to the hike in the exchange rate means when you travel out to Burkina Faso to buy these animals, people will not be able to buy them due to the cost, and that is what is preventing us from traveling out for the animals. We need the government's intervention. But for Techima, the animals are here in their numbers and the prices are very affordable. And so we are urging the general public to come here to buy them. They are very, very affordable.
Well, so this has been the situation from the Techiman Sheep and Goat Market ahead of the Eid al-Adha festivities this year. Reporting for Joy News, my name is Anas Sabit.
Now, as Hajj pilgrims climax activities in Mecca today, the former Deputy Chief Executive Officer of Maslok, Mustafa Batalima Abubakar, has warned that the current Hajj board risks running down Hajj operations in the country with implementation of what it describes as exorbitant charges. The charges, which have seen more than 500% increase, have left thousands of Ghanaian pilgrims with no option but to embark on the pilgrimage through alternative routes instead of going through the Hajj board. The phenomenon, he says, is akin to punishing prospective pilgrims. There's more in the following report.
The day of Arafah is the Hajj in itself. It occurs on the second day of the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca. Without observing it in its proper place and time, there is no Hajj. On the day of Arafah, prior to noon until sunset, pilgrims observing the rules, clothed in symbolic dress of the ritual, gather at the plain of Arafah and take their stand of faith before God, trusting Him for His mercy and forgiveness. But Hajj operations, according to the former Deputy CEO of Maslok, is at risk in Ghana.
The Hajj board gradually, I would say, is making things difficult for us to be able to maintain the Hajj board if care is not taken, the current Hajj board. You realize that over the last few years, we've had people trying to use the back door to embark on the Hajj, because for them, the cost of Hajj now is very, very expensive. And so when you see President Mahama leave you Hajj fares around 11,900 cedis, you realize that since he left office to now, Hajj has shot up astronomically to 75,000 cedis. That's over 600%, if I may say, increase. And so 750 million cedis, as somebody will say. You don't take advantage of this to punish the pilgrim who might have saved some little amount to be able to embark on this.
Mustafa Batalima Abubakar, who is also an aide to former President John Mahama, gave a teaser of programs designed in the yet-to-be-launched manifesto of the party, purposely for the Zongos and inner cities.
Nowadays, you don't find any metal on the floor because those are brothers, the scrap dealers, they are picking almost every metal they see. Similar to that, Excellency John Dramani Mahama has brought something what we call from trash to cash, from trash to cash. When you see any trash on the floor, don't think that you cannot convert it into money. You can convert it. And so he said that we need to build some mini recycling plants in some Muslim communities, Zongos, where our youth can be engaged in that job creation or that process. And then we'll give tricycles to some of the youth who will be going around collecting these pure water rubbers. You understand? Once you bring it, you are paid. That's instantly. We also look at what we call the Suyeye Fund. He wants to establish a fund where we can give support, micro support to our women who will sell this wache or food, let me say wache, rice, wagashi, burkina, sobolo, and the rest. So you have it at a minimal, either at no interest or minimal interest.
He says a future NDC administration will implement policies to make lives for dwellers in Zongos and inner cities better.
You're still watching the Joy NewsPrime with me, Carlos Caloni. Please stay, we'll come with more. Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. Ghana TVET Service, in collaboration with UWZ Partner Africa Project, has introduced a 3-year solar training program. The program is aimed at positioning the Ghanaian youth to secure well-paying jobs as well as acquire practical skills required by industry. The initiative is in response to Ghana's quest to improve productivity and competitiveness among the country's skilled workforce. Lois Shola Ademi has more in this report.
The solar training program opening ceremony at the Accra Technical Training Center saw many artisans and students trooping to join the workshop organized by Ghana TVET Service and UWZ partner Africa Project. This initiative has been put together to promote employment and enhance working conditions in Ghana's electrical sector with a spotlight on solar PV.
The next slide that we're looking at, we will look at some advantages that we have. So what we are saying is that this model is not just an ordinary model, but it has been researched, and they have come out with these training models that best describe what a participant should go through in order to make him a qualified solar energy installer.
Now, renewable energy has become a buzzword in recent years, and for good reasons. It is an effective way to cut carbon emissions and to build a more sustainable future for the planet as a whole.
Acting Head of Corporate Affairs Ghana TVET Service, Richmond Ajiman Jr., explained that introducing this initiative to schools will go a long way to curb the country's electricity problems while creating more job opportunities for the.
Now in business, human resource professionals in Ghana have been urged to align HR hybrid working plan with organizational corporate plan. According to the president of the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management, Dr. Edward Kwapon, hybrid work regimes boost productivity and aid in the well-being of workers. He made these assertions after a visit to introduce the Institute's newly appointed Chief Executive Officer to the Minister of Education.
Leading the delegation of HR Council members to the minister, the president of the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management, Dr. Edward Kwapon, said the visit was essential to deepen the relationship between the institute and the minister.
We recall your invitation to us last year, specifically in September, to announce your intention to collaborate with our institute and other stakeholders to roll out a program aimed at producing graduates with employable skills. At that meeting, you indicated the difficulty facing fresh graduates who are unable to find jobs because of their inability to demonstrate practical skills and applied knowledge, as they tend to be predominantly academic. It is trite knowledge that academic credentials without practice is lame, just as raw and crude practice without academic background is equally lame. We need both to realize the goals of every human endeavor.
Minister for Education Dr. Yawose Educhum expressed appreciation for the visit and said human resource management is a key area for the transformation for the country to maximize productivity.
We have districts, every one of them has HR officers. I have agencies at our ministry, over 22 of them. Everybody has an HR officer. And the ministry has its own HR, and I think it's important that we immediately take steps to see how, if they meet your entry requirements, can get the opportunity to begin their HR journey with you. And for those who are in the middle of it, their practice can be perfected.
The new Chief Executive Officer of the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management, Dr. Francis Eduku, thanked the minister for the meeting and assured that he would work closely with the ministry to enhance the competencies of the HR officers through continuous professional development and HR offerings.
That's all we have. You can log on to myjoyonline.com for more stories. My name is Carlos Kalodi. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening.